Everything ready here. Everything's in one place. Everything is good to go. I can begin editing now. All right. So now I'm gonna go to Adobe Premiere. I'm gonna click on that PR icon at the bottom. Premiere is a very popular movie editing software that a lot of pros use. It has some of the latest techniques and latest tools, and even some AI enhanced tools to be able to edit a video. I'm going to show you the basics. The basics is basically all we use here for OilerTV. Nothing too complicated. We keep it simple because we got to produce things fast. We are a weekly news organization here on MHS, so we have to edit quick and use some of just the basic stuff, nothing too extreme. Right. When you first open Premiere, you're going to see this button. It'll say new project. This is what we're doing, a new project. So I'm going to click on that, and it's going to ask you a question. Where do you want this project to go? What do you want to call this project? I'll start with naming the project. I'll call it, girls soccer edit, or you can basically call these things whatever you want. Just please don't forget the name of your work. All right. And then under location, you want to make sure this is going to go to this location, your folder, the one you made. Again, we're trying to keep everything in one place. And the way you find that is under location, just click on this tab, and you're going to choose the location. Choose location. And then here's where you'll find this. You're going to find it here, which is on your desktop. There's your folder, right, with you and your partner. You'll double click on that, and you'll see here the soccer trap video, and you'll open that too. And there's everything that you've been using for this project. Again, we're keeping everything centralized, right? Hit select, and you're gonna hit create, and you'll see immediately I don't know if you missed it or not, but you'll notice the project has not been added to your folder. This is where it belongs. It belongs with all these guys. All right, all these are going to be working together from one folder. Right. Now I'm going to go to the top here. You're going to see these buttons. You're going to see all kinds of stuff, all kinds of things here and there. But I'm going to go directly to this edit button, which will take me to the editing space. Okay. Everything here is very drag and drop oriented. So if I move this here and if I move this here, I'll be able to drag things into my workplace, right? Premiere has a space over here called the project tab, and you can put things in here that you're going to be using. See how it tells you to add and drag all the media that you're going to be using to begin? Well, this is where it goes, all right? That's these guys right here. The music goes in there. The graphics, the movies, and here is more sound that I'm going to use. Okay. At this point, you can close your window here. You can just close this up and just put that aside, and let's focus on Premiere and how it works. Okay. Again, this editing is easy. It's not hard. It's just you have to, as you guys say, lock in, right? I'm going to show you the easy way to do this. The way I do it, the way I've taught students in the past to get this done quick, all right? Here is everything you're going to use. Sounds and videos and graphics, all right? We know that. Now, let's start with the main thing. Let's start with the girls. They're like the spotlight of this whole thing. So if I take the video clip of the girls, and I just drop it in here onto something called the timeline. Just drop it in here anywhere. What Premiere does is the moment you drop them in there, it'll set everything up for you. The size of the screen, the size of the 4K screen, the resolution, it's all done for you. It will set it up based on the video's quality. Okay? Now, let's talk about this a little bit more before we continue. The project tab. I have mine set up in list mode. You're gonna see that down here. It's in list view, and if you change it to icon view, you can see it in icon mode. And what I like about icon mode is you can move your mouse back and forth, and you can see what the clip looks like in action when you move it around. It doesn't do that with sound, but it does it with video. Okay. There's called something called a freeform view. It's kind of like looking at it in icon view. However, because I work with a lot of different files and different things, when I'm working on some editing, I like to look at it in list mode. All right, I get to see more things in there. See that? There's room for more stuff. Moving on, here on the timeline, you got the video, and you got the video and sound of the girls.
October 3rd for returning players.
What you see here is the sound and video from the actual camera. What I don't like about this is that the sound is very hollow.
All the girls' soccer tries.
It's hollow, it's echoey. That's not the kind of sound quality we want. All right, what we want is the nice, crisp, and clear sound that came from the microphones. These microphones. Remember, these microphones are connected to a soundboard that produces sound, and that sound is here, the stereo mix. Okay, I'm going to put that into the timeline as well. Now, notice that there's two timelines. There's video at the top, sound at the bottom. If I take the sound and put it below this, now I'm using the second track of the sound. So there's sound that came with the camera and sound from the sound. But let me show you the difference. Okay, they're just laughing there.
Then we have trials on Friday, October 3rd.
So see here from the soundboard, they sound a little bit more clear. That's what we want to hear. The clear, nice sound. Okay? And what I have here is basically now the video and the sound in the same timeline. All right? So before we move on to the next tutorial, I'll let you guys catch up to this. I'll let you guys catch up to this one. And again, this is basically just getting your sounds into Premiere, setting up a Premiere project, and adding your sources to the project and putting them into the timeline. All right. Next, what I'm going to talk about in the next video is synchronizing the sound of the video and the recording of the audio. Okay. So when you are done putting in these two items in the timeline, you can go on to the next tutorial.